Are you ready? You ready? You ready? You ready? Alright, cool. Here we go. Woo! Ha ha! Late ill kid at OneYoungsta holding it down, bringing that street geek and nerd soul. What is up, my people? Today, all year, coming with another wonderful episode of That's Right Specials. Today, we are just kicking it. LA's out there doing their thing. They winning what they got to win. We are just hanging out, vibing while they play in the background. So, before we get started, shout out to everybody in the chat. Markeith Collins, I told you I was going to hold you down. I told you I was going to do something. I was going to whip something up for you real quick. There's still things to talk about, and we here. Shouts out to Blurtish. Hopefully it's Keith, but if it's not Keith, Mark Dub, I'll take you too. No, I was just playing. Much love to Mark Dub, part man, part thug, and Keith from Blurtish. Speaking of Blurtish, I will be with Blurtish tomorrow on AfroCon. Go on, show the shirt, baby. What you know about the AfroCon? Yeah, that's right, AfroCon. Tomorrow, I will be on two panels. I will be on a panel with Blurtish. Blurtish's panel is called Beyond Fandom. So Beyond Fandom, we going past that. You know what I'm saying? So I'll be on that. And I will be on another panel called Raising Blurs. Raising Blurs, Black fatherhood in their culture, pretty much since Black Panther and the difference and the uprising, if you will, of Black genre content that we've been getting. So I'll be on two panels. Big shout out to Jay Rogers. Big shout out to AfroCon in general. And as you can see, these shirts are super duper fly. So holla at AfroCon, that's right, Afro, just regular, then Con, C-O-N 2020. Y'all can find them online. Be there tomorrow, because it's going to be some cool stuff, some awesome stuff, and don't sleep, all right? It's going to be some cool, awesome stuff, and it's going to be there for you. So, with that said, oh, man, yeah, Jade is dope. So, we got a couple things to talk about. First thing I wanted to talk about is my son loves Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. I love it, but you think I love it? Oh, what up, Fatima? You know what I'm saying? I love that name too. That is a beautiful name. I love that name. But shouts to VV. We know, say what's up. Say what's up. So, I watch it a lot. My son watches it a lot. And every time, the reason I enjoy Spider-Verse so much is because I always pick up something new. There's always something new that I'm like, oh, I didn't notice that, or oh, I didn't see that, or whatever it may be. And there's a moment that just rung my bell last time we watched it, and we're watching it again. That's right, double feature back to back for Into the Spider-Verse up in this household. So just about an hour or so ago, I've seen this movie many times, and there's a moment where Miles' dad turns to him, and they're talking about going to school, and he said, what's wrong with Uncle Aaron? He's a good guy. Nah, we ain't taking no chances. We ain't having no insurance issues up in here. He says we all make choices, basically saying, I chose to kind of follow the law, and your brother chose otherwise. And later on, of course, we know that Uncle Aaron dies. When Miles' father rolls up on Uncle Aaron, he is not surprised to see him as Prowler. It never registered to me that he knew what Uncle Aaron was doing. He knew who Uncle Aaron was, but was just like, look, that's my brother. I'm gonna keep it from my son. But I just can't deal with him no more. Even when he calls him, he's like, I know it's been a while since we talked or whatever. And it just dawned on me. I was like, oh snap. He been knew he was the Prowler. He been knew. If you watch that joint, he is not surprised whatsoever to see Uncle Aaron in the Prowler uniform. Or outfit, uniform outfit, whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? He is not surprised. And I was like, wow. It just dawned on me like, yo, that's that love right there where your son cares for you, meaning your brother, so much that you won't even blow up his spot. And you're an officer, you're not blowing up his spot. You're just like, you know what? Look, I can't roll with you like that, but I'm not going, you're my brother. I still love you. You know what I'm saying? Even though, you've made choices, I'm not going, I ain't sitting SWAT after you. And that I was just like, wow, why did that not connect? I don't know. And I mean, you guys probably like, yo, we been knowing that. Yo, NERDSoul, you tripping. But I just noticed that joint, man, for real. Never, ever noticed it. I was like, hold up. I ran it back. I was like, he is not surprised to see him in the Prowler outfit at all. And I was just like, wow, that really changed the game for a brother. That really changed the game for a brother. Also, with that said, big shout out to everybody that's up in the chat right now. Thank you for hitting that like button. I see, the likes is up. I see y'all hanging, rolling and controlling in CB4. You know what I'm saying? But to jump off of Spider-Verse, we've gotten some extra Spider-Verse news this week. Sort of. It seems that there's conflicting reports. You got ideas that Jamie Foxx is going to be coming back as Electro in Spider-Man 3, whatever that's named. Then you have other people saying he is not going to be back as Electro, he's going to be something else. Now, I've been looking around. I don't think Kevin Feige has made a specific statement himself. But, right now, they could, with the addition of Jamie Foxx and the addition of Doctor Strange, maybe they're going to give this Electro thing a go. Maybe they're going to give this Spider-Verse joint a go on live action, because it's pretty much objective at this moment that Spider-Verse is Sony's best animated film in history. Like, just from a technical animation standpoint. And then from an entertainment standpoint is a whole nother level. So, I think it could be interesting. I wasn't super blown away, if you will, by any of the Spider-Mans, the Mark Webb kind of reboot stuff. Was never really blown away by those, but that doesn't mean that another director can't take the same actor and do something hot. You know what I'm saying? Because honestly, people were like making fun of Jamie Foxx, but honestly, Jamie Foxx is a hired actor. He's doing what the director or what the producers want him to do. You know what I'm saying? It's not like that dude came in like, yo, Electrical will be like this, gonna do my own thing. So with the idea that it might be Electro, because there's no definite that I've seen. And let me know in the chat or the comments if Kevin Feige has made a statement. But I don't think Kevin Feige has made a statement saying that it's definitely going to be Electro. But if it is, that plus your boy Doctor Strange, and whether it's going to be connected to the multiverse of madness or not, I'm up for it, man. I'm up for it. Anything that gets weird, I'm down for it. Like we got what is it? WandaVision coming up, and WandaVision is supposed to lead straight into Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. So that should be super cool. However that plays out, because just a subtitle of Multiverse of Madness just makes me excited, because I don't know what I'm gonna get. And that keeps me hyped when I have no idea what's going on. So before we flip to the next thing I wanted to chill, hang out, and talk with y'all about, I wanted to give a big shout out to my Patreon supporters. Like, you guys You guys kill it. Much love to all y'all. Like y'all be holding it down, and y'all are just plain out awesome. You guys help me reach, new viewers. Y'all give me ideas for shows, y'all. And then, of course, in turn, I give y'all personal comic books or t-shirts or whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? But on the real, thank you to Boogsworthy, Enrique Carrion, Fillmore Pockets, one of the illest names ever, Jamali, Kibi23, Panda, Sean Wynn, Thought Crimes, Tim I, and of course, Tyler. You know who you is. Oh, man. Tyler. Whoo, man. But much love for you, man. On the real, much love to Patreon supporters, because seriously, anyone who's been involved in any sort of video production or anything like that, you guys know that there's tons of just basic costs, from batteries to microphone windscreens to like the smallest things on up to the larger stuff, you know what I'm saying? Whether you need extra hard drive space or whether you need mice, keyboards, lights, whatever, you guys help me be able to build something cool where we can all come, talk, chill, play, have a good time. So yeah, just wanted to give a big shout out, much love to all of y'all. So we got something else I wanted to talk about. A couple of days ago, or was it yesterday? I think it was a couple of days ago too. We got a trailer from Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate. Oh yeah, that's right. Brand new characters. Ain't you excited? Aren't I excited? Well, I don't play Mortal Kombat 11 or Mortal Kombat at all, but the idea is that people will be super excited, except for the fact that when it comes to NetherRealm Studios, there have been some issues. You know what I'm saying? There's been some issues with the game of Mortal Kombat 11, as far as bugs, as far as patches, as far as netcode, as far, whole host of issues that, the users, the people that like straight play Mortal Kombat hardcore are angry about. And it seems once again in this trailer that NRS is not reaching out to, listening, following up on any of those requests that have anything to do with like issues with the game. They're just like, yo, there's like Reddit feeds and Twitter feeds of like, hey, NetherRealm, answer us. We want this for the game. We want you to change this, or we want this or that character, blah, blah, blah. And then you come out the blue with Rambo. Like, it's like, hold on, what, Rambo? Now, once again, for myself, I'm not really, I don't really have a dog in this fight, but for those that do, if you do have a dog in this fight, if you're out there playing Mortal Kombat, just put a 1 in the chat real quick. I wanna ask you some questions, or the comments, or in the comments. Also, I want to see, as a fan of Mortal Kombat, are you with this new kind of addition of Rambo after months of requesting something new? No. All right. So months of requesting something new, as far as patch wise, as far as bugs, as far as different characters, and getting Rambo, are you just done asking to the point where you're not going to play, or are you done asking but you'll still play, but you don't really expect anything from NRS anymore? I'm very interested to see the relationship between the developer and the players evolve, because NRS is taking a very interesting stance in this, where it seems like they're just not listening whatsoever. Now, there have been a couple of responses, but nowhere near what the community has been asking for. And, as we've heard from Marvel Avengers this week, they dipped below 1,000 players on PC this week. So there ain't no game without a community, all right? So are you as a community member of Mortal Kombat 11, are you so strained that you're looking to leave? Or is it something that you're like, I'll deal with. It's just what I gotta live with. You know what I'm saying? So holler at me on that one. Big shout out to Blurtish in the chat said, I was just talking you up to a guest who is moving your way, a black NASA scientist from the hometown. Ooh, dope. NASA in the house. Are you trying to take me out? You gotta chill. Don't be taking me out. Hey. This NERDSoul, not NERDSoul light. This what? Hey. All right, now back to what I was saying. Yeah, Blurry said they already have RoboCop, and which was going to lead me into my next thing that I wanted to ask in a second. Marquise said Rambo. Nah, I'm cool. No, chill. We good. My question when it comes to NRS now is, do you want NetherRealm Studios to just go ahead and make like a 80s action game, like Rambo, like a fighting, like Injustice, but just with like Rambo and Terminator and RoboCop and whoever, Predator and whoever else, and then keep that separate from Mortal Kombat? Because there seems to be, from following this tangentially, because I'm more on, you guys know, you see me play Street Fighter probably the most, and Power Rangers and Dragon Ball Fighters, behind that. But I don't really play. I do own Injustice Gods Among Us 2, I can't remember which one I own, but whichever one I own, I don't really play it. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I don't play that game. So I think it's cool, but I just never got a chance to really play it. So my question to you is, do you think they should just make a whole separate game? And then in that way, you can keep the people that are excited about these additions happy while keeping the core community of Mortal Kombat excited as well. And then maybe every now and then have a crossover? Or is it a situation where you think like, making another game would be too much of a strain on one studio? It's not worth it, money-wise or even player-wise. Like, do you think there's even a base of players that want to play that game? Can they support that game? Can the FGC support another game like that? Let's see. And Blurry said, since Warner owns it, why not just add in DC characters? Yeah, well, I mean, they kind of did that, and then of course they did the Injustice game. So I guess they kind of got their fix from that. You know what I'm saying? So maybe they're like, we're good with it now. And Marquise Collins said, low key, yeah. So it's one of those things where I wonder if we're looking at what could build into being something that could be detrimental to the community for MK11, to the point where maybe they couldn't come back. But of course, with that said, a MK12 could come out and be the truth, you know what I'm saying, and solve all those problems. Because of course, this is also an industry of what have you done for me lately? You know what I'm saying? So maybe it's a situation where, say in the next gen, they drop MK12, everybody's happy, and these are just, memories, you know what I'm saying? Forgotten memories of, NRS not listening to the community to a certain degree. So yeah, that's another thing that I was like, I wonder how y'all feeling on that one. You know what I'm saying? Where y'all at? What y'all think about? What's on your mind? So I guess before we get out, I wanted to talk about and promote some very, very cool guys in the FGC by first talking about Capcom Cup. If you didn't know, right now Capcom Cup is going on. So you're playing Street Fighter 5, and you got all of, you got like You got the Asian region, the U.S., Europe, all that stuff, and everybody's playing. You got the people in there like Smug, Daigo, whatever. You got all the I guess you could say most notable players, sort of to a certain degree. But the reason I bring this up is because a lot of times the commentary for the FGC, especially Street Fighter, can become very mundane, very calculator, if you will. So with that said, you best believe that, Blurters. You best believe that. You best believe that, Keith. So with that said, there's an event that goes on every Saturday night that I've been enjoying for the last 2, maybe 3 weeks, called Saturday Night Nightmares. And Saturday Night Nightmares is an event basically scheduled around a undercard and a main event of Street Fighter matches. And the commentary is very spicy. So spicy that I can't play a clip on my show because we try to keep it all ages. But it's good old school arcade trash talk. And it's not that kind of calculated like, oh, there's a frame, oh, they did a frame grab or a frame block, he's trapping the character. It's none of that. It's very lively. And to show you how lively it is, for folks in the chat, let me go on and drop a tweet to you from the user Noah the Prodigy, because it's his Twitch page. But yo, Noah is dope and very, very cool. And this tweet is something that you gotta experience it for yourself. When you hear this dude, it's heat. So here's the tweet. See, and I'll get the Twitch link for you too, because of course tomorrow's Saturday, and if you're free, think like 6-ish PST, 6 p.m. PST, then you can check them out. If you're in the East Coast, I think it's like 9 p.m. PST, but they get started up around that time. It's on Twitch. It's a lot of fun. It really takes me back to like the old arcade days, and the matches are solid, yo. Like you're talking about high-ranked players, very high skill level, top quality players, like, and to the point where I'm like, this is better than Capcom Cup. It's better than Street Fighter League, yo. Oh, I ain't gonna front. Street Fighter League is cool for like highlights or whatever, but if you're gonna keep my attention for an hour, 2 hours or whatever, this is the medium. I got to give it to them. This is extremely fly. I love their style and how they play, and it is some top quality gameplay. So here's the Twitch link for Saturday Night Nightmares, and you can check that out. Yo, man, if you like Street Fighter at all, and you're into spicy commentary, because it is going to be spicy. Like, I'm not going front. It's going to be like, like Nas said, spicy. It's a lot of fun, for real. It really is a lot of fun, and the matches are incredible. Like, so much so that I've watched 2 matches twice now because of how much fun it is to see these guys, just operating at such a high level. Marquis, so see, Marquis, if you heard that Twitter, if you went to Twitter and listened, then you know what's popping. Like, matter of fact, put a one in the chat if you listen to that Twitter link that I sent, and then I'll know. Then we'll be I'll be like, we here. You know what I'm talking about. Yo, so yeah, Noah and Snake Eyes Jr. do the commentary, and it's just a lot of fun, man. The chat is always busy, and it's a lot. It's a lot to love from these guys that are giving it to you the way, like maybe like your older cousin would tease you when they, what I'm saying, dogging you out on Street Fighter 2 or something like that. It's some good stuff. It's some really good stuff. So wanted to give them some love, what I'm saying, because they're dope. And I always try to, shine a light on people that's doing a thing. So lastly, all right, so we covered, well, you know what, I'll circle back. Before we get to our last topic, I'll circle back once again. Don't forget, AfroCon. That's right, AfroCon tomorrow. It's gonna be dope. I'll be on, my panel I have a panel at 11 a.m. PST, and I'll be on another panel with Blurtish. I forgot what time that is, but I'll be there. It'll be fun. AfroCon is going to be so cool. I was on last year. I had a lot of fun. So AfroCon 2020, check them out. They're super dope. I cannot, I cannot fade the freshness of AfroCon. And then lastly, let's see what's up on good old Twitter. Because I saw Alan Moore trending, and I wanted to bring that up, but I wanted to make sure all the people got in they licks in before before I said something. So with Alan Moore, if you didn't know, Alan Moore is a comic book. I guess you could say he's a. Would you consider Alan Moore a comic book superstar? I'd say that. I guess you could say Alan Moore is a comic book superstar. He's a writer, comic book writer, probably superstar, most notably known for The Watchmen. So he's been quoted, and if you know anything about Alan Moore, he is a very sternly opinionated man, and he does not pull punches, and he is usually very crotchety. So anyway, he was been quoted saying that superhero movies in general, they've blighted cinema and culture. All of these characters have been stolen from their original creators, all of them, Moore says in a new interview. And in the interview, he goes on to say, I haven't seen a superhero movie since I first saw a Tim Burton Batman film. They have blighted cinema and also blighted culture to a degree, Moore said. Several years ago, I thought it was a really worrying sign that hundreds of thousands of adults were queuing up to see characters that were created 50 years ago to entertain 12-year-old boys. That seemed to speak to some kind of longing to escape from the complexities of the modern world and go back to nostalgic, remembered childhood that seemed dangerous. It was infantilizing the population. So that's a pretty big quote, you know what I'm saying, to deal with. Article goes on to say that Moore believes there's a connection between the enduring popularity of superhero movies and current political events, saying this may be entirely coincidence, but in 2016, when the American people elected Trump and the UK voted to leave the European Union, 6 of the top 12 highest grossing films were superhero movies. Not to say that one causes the other, but I think they're both symptoms of the same thing, a denial of reality and an urge for simplistic and sensational solutions. Okay, so that's a big quote. That's a big quote. That's a lot to deal with. That's a lot that got said. Here's the thing. Here's why you're wrong. It's the same argument with video games. Video games is not the reason kids is acting up. Video games is not the reason people are shooting people or kids are shooting people. Video games is not the reason. I wouldn't even say it's a symptom. To say that these characters were made 50 years ago for 12-year-olds is completely short-sighted in the growth of a medium and the growth of an artistic piece. So many times we review albums, we review music, we review movies, or you might, if you don't review them, you might come back to a album or a movie and notice something that connects with you on a deeper level that you didn't notice when you were 15, 10, 8, 5, whatever. Or there might be a certain song that hits you in a different way because when the album came out, you were just in a different place. Case in point, Jill Scott's second album, when it came out, I hated it. I hated that album. I could not stand the album. And a couple of years later, I listened to it and I was like, oh, this album is great. Why was I hating on this album so much? And I realized that when that album came out, I was going through a breakup. And that breakup had soured me on all of these love songs. So just like I had turned around and found new meaning and new entertainment from this piece that had been made long ago, people can find new meaning and new examples from the themes that they can connect to current social political issues or their personal life from something that was made years ago. So this is something that I have to ask if Alan Moore is just saying this just to be, I guess, just to be seen, because there's no way that I think that he believes that an artistic piece can't have meaning or a different meaning to different people or different meanings at different points in their lives. But at the same time, this is what Alan Moore does. Alan Moore came into an industry, made his bones, made his popularity, got his money, and then wants to turn around and crap on where he got his money from. It makes it seem a little false, my guy. It makes it seem a little disingenuous. It makes it seem a little fake. It's like, of course you want to turn your back now. You done getting your money. Now, I mean, of course, he's, property stuff being made on the properties from him. He can make, but it's the perfect classic example of the extremely self-centered artist that's like above it all, but they're not above it all because we haven't seen Alan Moore turn away any of the checks or the notoriety or the interviews that come because of his notoriety for what he did in comics. So with that said, Alan Moore has come out once again because, I don't know, he ain't got nothing else to do. He in these COVID streets. He ain't got nothing to do. You know what I'm saying? Look, what does Alan Moore really got to do right now? Nothing. You know what I'm saying? He's looking back and seeing that, maybe my stuff didn't come off the way I wanted it to come off, but that's it. And there's nothing else I could do about it but kind of be crotchety and be angry. Like, he could just make dope stuff. And when I say this, you'll be like, oh, well, NERDSoul, you must be hating, right? You must be hating. Yeah, well, Blurtish, yes, collecting checks from his comics and stuff related to the IP that he gets that IV drip from. Look at someone like Stephen King. Stephen King has had issues with the way his stuff was adapted in the past, or even stuff in the horror genre. But he keeps making stuff. He keep writing. You don't see these long diatribes. Every time we see Alan Moore, it's something negative. You look at another great writer who I would consider probably a great, no, not probably, no, definitely Stephen King is definitely a better writer than Alan Moore. You have to take into account not only the length of time, but the volume of the work and the quantity and quality of the work. You know what I'm saying? Alan Moore is really still living off of Watchmen. Let's not front. But you have someone like Stephen King who actually could rest on his laurels and hate on stuff. You don't see that? He still stay working, still stay grinding. You don't see him crying about some, oh, well, you know, these are symptoms of each other. People watching superhero movies and they elected Trump. Here's the deal. Superhero movies are the blockbusters of the day. They're nothing different than the action movies of the 90s. You know what I'm saying? Like True Lies or Independence Day or anything in the 90s. It's the same thing. No matter what time, 40 years from now, there will be a blockbuster. We don't know what the blockbuster will be. It might be shark movies. Whatever it is, it will be a blockbuster. So we can't sit back and be like, oh, well, you know, all these people go to see, you know, superhero movies. They made for kids. That's why Trump got elected. That's why they did Brexit. No, Brexit happened and Trump happened because people are racist. And they want to hide behind a large banner that will allow them to be racist in secret. Malcolm X revealed the liberal white person long ago. That's why. It has nothing to do with comics. If comics did not exist at all, Trump still be here. Brexit would still happen. I remember watching an interview over Brexit where they were interviewing this this older white lady in the UK. I think she was like in South London, but she said, I don't like dark-skinned people, and I don't know why. That's Brexit. Not Captain America, not Avengers, just plain old hate. It's not Superman. It's not Guardians of the Galaxy. It's just hate. Now, there could be an argument. Well, Shirley, no, NERDSoul Light is over there, but he ain't sleep. Trust me, he ain't sleep. So there could maybe be an argument made to how much escapism we partake in. But the idea that we don't need escapism is asinine in my idea. And to even put forth this whole thing like, oh, well, this was made for kids, as if you don't think that something can be adapted, which is being adapted, and provide a deeper look or a deeper meaning from the things that they have done in their heroic life or in their interpersonal lives. It's a little short-sighted. And I think that he's not contextualizing the whole of the stories that are being told throughout genre, whether it's superhero, whether it's supernatural, whether it's crime story or Afrofuturism, whatever it is. I think he's completely short-sighted. He's not fully contextualizing it. And of course, he's just trying to be seen. But yeah, that's where I'll leave it at. You know, we've been out here. It's a pretty short show. Well, 41 minutes. So we've been out here for a minute. Shirley said he is the star of the universe. He don't want to be in this universe right now. Blurry said 10 years, they going to blame Lovecraft Country. He probably just made that second Watchmen updated and improved his world. Plus, he full of it. Watchmen is not for the kids on no level. Yeah, that's similar to saying just like animation is for kids. So it's it's just another example of how someone who is so far up their own selves that they can't actually see what's really going on. Yeah, I think I'll leave it like that. So with that said, guys, of course, NERDSoul, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all them places. Thanks for hanging with me for a second, man. Are the Lakers winning? Let me see. Are the Lakers still winning? Or are they at halftime? What the Lakers doing? Let me see what real quick. The Lakers better be winning before I get off. Don't mess me up. Don't. Cool. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? It's, they down by 2, man. Look, all right, LeBron, all right, cool. Look, let me go and get off because I got to put it in a call to LeBron and make sure everything's all good. So, of course, NERDSoul, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all in places. Much love to all you guys. Thank you for coming through. Big shout out to everyone in the chat. Blurtish, Markeith Collins, Shirley came through, VV came through. Let's see who else. I think that's it. I think that's all who came, and it was cool. You know what I'm saying? We had a little get together, just vibed a little bit, chill, hung out. So thanks for rolling through. And Blurty said, all these white boomer creators create ish, then get mad at the only good thing they did. It make no sense. Oh man, there's a whole panel to be done on that. You know what, Mark? Keith, holler at me. There's a whole panel to be done on that. So before I get out of here, of course, YouTube is the hub. Hit that thumbs up if you like what you're seeing. Hit that thumbs down if you don't. But if you don't, I'm going to send Alan Moore to your house. Now, all he's going to do is literally just complain about everything you watch. That's it. This is going to be an old white man with a big old beard, probably like breadcrumbs in it, just complaining. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to be fun. You're not going to enjoy it. So you might as well just hit that thumbs up. Then podcast, get your listen on if you rather listen than look. And also Spotify for them jams because your brother got the rhymes too. So don't slip or sleep. Now, of course, we ain't got NERDSoul Light right here, right now. So we say peace. Say peace. He said peace, y'all. He you know what I'm saying? He low energy right now. So we say peace. But don't forget, AfroCon tomorrow. It's going to be a lot of fun. Can't wait to see y'all. We're going to leave y'all with Arcatron. That's ARCKATRON. that pinch fly? Nah, man. The pinch fly, that fly too fly for y'all, man. He ain't got time for that. Of course, a woo for you. Y'all all be safe. I'm going to leave y'all with Arcatron. Y'all know the deal. Space Bridge in stores. Go run them streams up. Yo, man, he's dope. And we just finished our song together, and I can't wait for y'all to hear it because I like it. But I like it because it's mine. Then I can play it for y'all, and y'all can be like, oh, I like it too. Or I'll be like, nah, that won't jam. So anyway, until then, from me to you, I'm just saying, peace. Till next time, we'll see y'all tomorrow. Yeah.